Hey guys, for today's video we are going to be getting ready together. It's going to be a somewhat chatty get ready with me. So let's go ahead and get started. If you want to chat it out while I get ready to go to a 4-year-old's birthday party, then keep on watching. Alright, so let's just start off by putting on our headband from Shop Miss A. Michaela loves hers so much. She's been wearing it like all the time when she's home. It's super cute. Oh, I could just wear it as a bow tie. Look at that. Oh, it feels like it's strangling me though. It's a little tight for a bow tie. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our hair pulled back and out of the way. Make sure that bow is looking cute. And there we go. Alright, so I have already washed and moisturized my face, so we can go right into primer. And lately I have been really into using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer in matte. So I'm basically only placing this in my T-zone and my chin. Those are the areas of my face that get really oily. The rest of my face is kind of dry, so I don't put it on those areas. But yeah, I also like to put it on like the insides of my cheeks, the inner portions of my cheeks, because I do get really oily there as well. So let's grab a little bit more. I didn't quite get enough. So basically today we are going up to Port St. John, which is about 45 minutes away, to Piper's birthday party. If you guys missed yesterday's vlog / eyebrow disaster, I'll leave the link. And actually no, I won't leave the link. I'm just going to put it right here so you guys can go ahead and check out that video. So if you're wondering why my eyebrows are as thin as they are right now, you need to go check out that video and then come back and see this one. Or go check it out after you're done watching this one. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, why? I have been looking at my YouTube analytics, I guess it's called, and only 1% of my subscribers watch my videos, like 1.8%. And then everyone else who's been watching my videos are not subscribed. So please just click that subscribe button. That way you can know when I come back to you and make another video. So my goal for today's look is going to be an all matte eye look. Very natural. It's not a glam party, it's a 4-year-old's birthday party. So just a very, nice, natural, simple look. I haven't done a look like that in a really long time. So, and forgive my sniffling once again, I have allergies. I'm trying to find my foundation without looking. Here it is. Alright, so I have gotten into the habit. I really should pull out all these products before I start filming, but what's the fun in that? Okay, I've gotten into the habit of doing my concealer before I do my foundation. I find that it helps everything stay in place longer, especially on my nose and like in these corners right here and on my forehead. It just helps everything stay in place better. So we're gonna go ahead and do our concealer first. So I'm just going to put this on, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium Honey. I could probably go a shade lighter, honestly, but I'm anticipating summer and tanning, so I think maybe I'll just stick to this one for a little bit. And I like to cover my nose with it because I find that my foundation likes to break on my nose, and this helps it from doing that so quickly. It does eventually still happen because the oils break through, but usually I get a good 7 to 8 hours of wear before it starts looking really bad. So I'm just gonna blend this all out. So I went to this dance class on Friday night. It was a salsa dance class. Now I am Puerto Rican and I know how to dance salsa, but I thought it would be a really fun way to get out and be more social. That's kind of like a goal I've had for myself this year, is just to be more social. And so I decided to go to this class. I figured maybe there'll be something I'll learn something new that I didn't know, like a new step or something, and meet new people, that kind of stuff. And when I got there, there was literally like 3 people that were either my age or younger, and everybody else was in the more mature category. So it was very interesting, to say the least. I stayed for the class, but I did not stay for the dance afterwards. So let's go ahead and move on to foundation. For foundation, I'm going to use my Sephora 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation in the shade Light Natural. Shade number 22. Anyway, so let's give that a shake and pump 2 pumps on the back of my hand. Oh my gosh, I'm already running low. Are you kidding me? Like, I haven't even had this that long. Oh, maybe I just hit an air bubble. Okay. So I just made a big mess on the back of my hand because it's splattered. But anyway, I'm just going to dot this on my face. And with this foundation, I kind of like to do half my face then the other half, because it does dry down pretty quickly. And I don't want to have issues blending. So let's just see here. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, so it was a lot of mature folks, and they were very, very nice. And I did end up learning a step that I did not know. I've seen it, but I just didn't know how to do it. So I just never did it. It's more of a freestyle type of step, one that you would do like when you're not holding your partner. And it was pretty cool. It took me a minute to get it too. I was really surprised. I thought I'd be able to do it pretty easily, but it did take me a minute, but I got it, and it was fun. I just didn't want to stay the rest of the time, because I was like, this isn't exactly the type of crowd that I'm looking to make friends with, necessarily. Like, I don't have a problem with more mature people, but I just don't see myself like, hey, let's go hang out, I'm looking for people my age to hang out with, basically, and that just wasn't the right crowd for it. So I ended up going to a place called Steagles, which is a little hole-in-the-wall bar, but I really, really like it because they do karaoke there on Friday nights, and I love to do karaoke. And I had a really good time. I ended up meeting a couple of girls there. They were a little younger than me, but they seemed really, really cool. And we just kind of talked all night and sang, and one of them was an amazing singer. The other one was too shy to sing, but the one that sang just had a beautiful, beautiful voice. So, all right, we're gonna set all this in my Laura Mercier powder, translucent powder. Let's see. All right, and so yeah. So that is what I did this weekend. And then of course yesterday, you guys probably saw, or if you didn't, the video where I went shopping for this birthday party, and I got my eyebrows done, and they destroyed them. So I ended up having to tweeze more than half my eyebrows off just to try to fix the damage that they created. So yeah, that video I already linked, blah blah blah. Edit this out. So I'm just setting the parts of my face that get oily with powder, using the wet sponge, a Real Technique sponge, just to give it a little bit longer shelf life. And I'm just picking up tiny bits of powder. I don't want it to look cakey, so just small amounts of powder. Alright, and for the rest of my face, I'm just going to use a brush and just lightly feather in. Just to help set the foundation. Okay, I have to remind myself that I'm going for a very natural look. I haven't done a natural look in so long, and I don't think I have ever done an all matte eyeshadow look before. I always have to add a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shimmer, a little metallic something or other in that inner corner. So let's see how this goes. My goal is to do a completely natural, beautiful look. Tati did one a few months ago and it was stunning. So I got powder everywhere. I'm hoping that I can achieve something remotely close to that. So I'm gonna start off with my brows now that I have my face on. All right, so let's try our MAC pencil. And this is in Spiked. Am I out of this one too? No, okay. Whew. Okay, so let's try this one. Let's go ahead and spoolie out our brows first. All right, so we're just going to comb our brows. Blah, can't talk. So yeah, I have a lot of tea to spill with you guys. About a week ago, I also broke up with my boyfriend of 1.5 years. And it was a decision that I didn't take lightly. I just took off all my foundation. Okay. It was a decision that I didn't take lightly. I took a really, really long time to think about it and to see how I really felt before deciding to do that. It was heart-wrenching, really, really hard to do, but at the end of the day, I needed to do it. He was an incredible guy. He really is an incredible guy. I mean, when I'm telling you top-notch boyfriend material, that was him. He was considerate, he was sweet, he was passionate, he was honest, he was faithful, he was thoughtful, an absolutely incredible person. He had his head on straight, he had his career, he has a son that he loves very much, very professional, very patient. Sometimes I can get really moody. I don't ever think he saw my bad side because he never provoked it, you know? He never saw my angry side, only like very mildly. But he never actually provoked it, so he just, as perfect as he was, as perfect as a person can be for another person, I just could not see myself long term with him. I couldn't see us getting married, and not that either one of us were looking to get married right away or anything like that. But as much as I wanted to and as much as I tried, I just could not get myself to fall in love with him. I tried so hard and for so long to love him the way I knew he deserved to be loved, the way that he loved me, that I had to let him go. I had to let him go because he deserved somebody who would love him the way that he loved me, you know? He deserved somebody that would look forward to seeing him as much as they could. He deserved somebody that would, what in the world? My neighbors must be doing something in the yard. He just deserved somebody that was gonna love him as intensely as he loved. And I just didn't have that love for him in my heart, you know? And it sucks because I really wanted to. I even tried to convince myself that I did love him that way because I knew what a great guy I had and I didn't want to let him go. I really didn't. But it was getting to the point where I was gonna start like picking fights with him just out of frustration with myself for not being able to be honest with myself. And I could feel it coming. Like, he made my coffee. One of the last times I saw him, he made my coffee and I got mad at him because he always puts too much coffee in the cup, doesn't leave enough room for the milk. And I always tell him, you know, I had always told him, don't do that. I even said that morning, let me get my own coffee, but he went ahead and got it anyway. So I got mad at him because he put too much coffee in my cup. I mean, like, is that really a reason to get mad at somebody? You know, like, I mean, yes, I had told him many times before, but yeah, I just knew. I knew it was time. I knew it was. I'm still trying to get used to these new thinner brows. Okay, I think that's as good as they're gonna get. All right, let's go ahead and move on. It's really hard to let a guy go that is that good to you, because you're always so afraid that you're never gonna find anyone anywhere close to that. You know, it's not like he ever really gave me a reason to break up with him. He never gave me motivation. I just didn't have the love in my heart that I felt he deserved. And you know, I had told him that before, but he still wanted to be with me, so I stayed for about a month more. But then I couldn't keep lying to myself, and I couldn't keep lying to him. It wasn't gonna end well if I did that. If I had stayed because he loved me enough for both of us, things would have turned sour, you know? All right, so now I'm just grabbing my studio makeup on, studio makeup on the go eyeshadow palette in Warm. I think this is the Warm palette. Yes, Warm Up. All right, and I'm just taking the matte, this one right here, and I'm just dusting that all over as a base. All right, now I'm gonna take this shade right here with the same brush, and I'm just going to put that in my crease as my transition shade. Have you guys ever been in that situation where you knew you were with somebody that you loved but weren't in love with, but you didn't want to let them go because you didn't want to hurt them, and you didn't want to regret it, or you were afraid that you weren't going to do, you know? And honestly, like, I have my 3 kids to think about. He was amazing with them, you know, and his son loved me to pieces, which was awesome. I still think about him a lot. Like, it's only been a week and a couple days, and he's on my brain constantly. You know, I guess after spending a year and a half with him, like seeing him every weekend, it's really hard to see your life without him, you know? All right, I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm gonna put that just a little bit lower on the crease. If you guys hear noises, my neighbors are working outside, so I don't know what's going on, but they're doing it. Like, sometimes I want to talk to him, like yesterday when my eyebrows were messed up. You know, I wanted to call him or text him and tell him what happened. Okay, I don't know how natural we're going, but we're gonna keep trying. All right, so we're gonna take this shade down here, this brown, and I'm just gonna pop that just on the outer corners of my eyes to darken up a little bit, just to give it a little bit more of a shadow. When I was at that dance class, I really wished he was there, because it was kind of awkward being there by myself, and I'm trying to get over my social anxiety. As long as I'm with people, I have zero social anxiety, but the second I want to go out and do something and I'm by myself, I get super anxious. And I've gotten so far as to drive to a place, walked in the door, turned around, walked right back out, and went home, because I just could not bring myself to socialize. I felt awkward being there by myself. So that is something that I struggle with, definitely. And I wish I didn't, but I do. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't change it. You can try to fight it. You can make more of an effort to push yourself to do things that you normally would not do, or that your body tells you not to do. But sometimes the anxiety wins. All right, I'm gonna go back with that first brush I used. I'm not picking up any product. I'm just gonna blend all this out. So now I'm going to take this matte light cream color right there on a flat brush, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner and on the inside half of my lid. This is a very well-loved palette, if you can't tell. I use this a ton. Haven't used it in a while, but I used it a ton when I was using it. Absolutely loved it. Then I got tired of doing like nude looks all the time. I wanted to challenge myself with color. So I started branching out to other colors and other palettes. And this one kind of just sat there in the dust. But I'm happy I'm using it again today. Alright, so that is what I have right now. Okay, now I am going to take this Beauty Treats palette and I'm going to go into that stark white shade in the upper corner with a very tiny brush. Let's see, this one will work. This is one of the AOA brushes, number E132. And I'm just going to go into that white. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on my inner corner, just to kind of bring it out a little bit. And I'm just going to dust just a little bit underneath my brow bone, or on my brow bone, just to brighten things up. Okay, so far so good, I think. For this look, I am going to skip out on eyeliner completely. I'm gonna go straight into mascara. I am going to take just a small flat brush, and this one is one of the ones that we got from the Vintage Cosmetics on BoxyCharm, and I'm gonna take this shade right here and this shade, just kind of mix them together, just a very tiny amount, and I'm just going to kind of blur that on my lower lash line, just for a little bit of something, but not a complete smoky look. I like to put just something down there, just for a little bit of definition. Sometimes I think to myself that I'm such a dum-dum for letting him go. But like I said, this wasn't a decision made lightly. It wasn't a spur of the moment decision. I looked at everything, you know, from every angle, and you know, maybe he was the one that was meant for me and it just wasn't the right timing for us to get together, or maybe he just wasn't the one and there's somebody out there just as amazing that will be able to steal my heart. You know, I jumped into that relationship with him right after my divorce, and I don't think I think I lied to myself in saying that I was ready, but I don't think that I was ready. So my heart wasn't really ready to fall in love again. And even though a year and a half passed, I think it just got to the point where my heart just wasn't into it. It didn't want to fall in love. And I would much rather be alone than be in a lie, you know? It's not fair to him. So And I know it sounds like I'm choosing or deciding for him, which in a way I kind of did. But at the same time, would you want to be in a relationship that half of it was a lie? Like the other side of the relationship didn't love you the way that you thought they did, or the way that you wanted them to, or the way that you thought they should. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship like that. I think that it could only lead to disaster in the end, in the long run. So okay, so I'm pretty happy with the way my eyes look right now. Now we are just going to get the mascara. And of course, I'm going in with my Ulta Beauty Blush Drama. I have been living for this mascara, guys, so much. I love it. Love, love, love. It is amazing. I mean, with this look, because I'm not wearing liner, you'll really be able to tell the difference and how good this mascara is. Except I just got it all over my lid. Great. That was my fault, not the mascara's. I'll have to clean it up shortly. Okay, so here is, let me give you a close-up of this mascara. It's, whoops, sorry camera. Okay, so here is my eye with no mascara. Just kind of okay. And then here is my eye with mascara. Like, it just makes such a difference, I feel. Look at my lashes here. And look at my lashes here. Yeah, I just love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put mascara on the other eye. Let's go ahead and move to contour and blush. I have not been loving the Makeup Revolution Ultra Bronze Bronzer. I feel it's a little too gray tone, too cool tone for my skin. And it just kind of makes me look muddy. So I'm gonna pass on that. I'm going to use this bottom right corner. It is the warmest shade that I have in this palette. It's a little bit warmer than the other one. And that one is in my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, light to medium powder kit. So I'm just going to very lightly contour. And I don't do a lot of contouring. I just basically cut my cheeks a little bit just for the shadow. Just very, very lightly. And that's about it. I don't really go into a lot of nose contour, forehead contour, chin contour, none of that. For blush, we're gonna go into the Real Her Be Fearless, Be Limitless blush kit. And it looks like this. Hold on. Like that. I think that's better. All right, and we're gonna hit this like peachy tone blush. That's my favorite shade on this palette. And for the brush, I'm using the Ulta Beauty blush brush. I'm just gonna swirl that in there, tap off the excess, and just I've been doing way too much blush for too long, like really badly. Let me zoom out a little bit more. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna very lightly dust this on my cheeks. Don't wanna go over the top. I just feel like sometimes my face doesn't look like it has any makeup on it. Like it's just flat, you know? And I know part of that has to do with the limited contouring that I do, but I just want my cheeks to look rosy, and sometimes I go a little overboard, a little heavy with the blush, like that. See, I just did it. I was talking too much. See how this side looks a lot more natural, and this side is like, boom, way too much blush, way too much blush. All right, well, we'll just even it out then. I tried and I failed. All right, well, that's better. Well, I wish I had not done that, but can't take it back now. That's my blush for today. I can tone it down a little bit in a minute with powder, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna go into this guy right here. Grab a little bit. Let me change brushes so I don't keep putting more blush on my face. Just gonna use this little Duster Rainbow brush here. I just grab a little bit of a powder and just kind of go over my blush to tone it down slightly. But before, after. Alright, let's do that on the other side. There we go. Much better. Okay. I'm sorry for all the sniffling. I can't help it. I know I keep apologizing for that, but it's driving me insane. So I can only imagine how you're feeling. So you know what? I'm going to put some of this brow gel on my brows. It's a little bit lighter in color than the pencil I used. So it'll help kind of lighten my brows a little bit, because with the blonde hair my brows are looking very stark black almost, and that'll help keep the brows in place as well and kind of set the pencil in. Okay, so my camera battery actually died even though the camera's plugged in. I guess there wasn't enough juice to keep it going, so while that charges I am now recording on my phone. So the angle's a little bit different, so I apologize, but let's go ahead and do our lipsticks. For lipstick today, I am going to be wearing the AOA Studios Hype, which is their Wonder Matte Liquid Lipstick. The shade is Hype. And let's go ahead and put this on. This is the finished look. Let's just go ahead and set our face with a little bit of setting spray. I don't even know where to look anymore. Okay. So I'm using the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. Tuck my lips in. I should have sprayed before I put on my lipstick, because I did spray one time with this lipstick on and it made it so tacky all day long. I couldn't stand it, so. Okay. All right, so that is it for this completed natural look. If you like the way it turned out, oh my gosh, what am I talking about? I forgot highlighter. I'm so lame. I need to highlight. I don't care if I just set my face. I need to highlight. We are going for a natural look, so we do want to do a more natural highlight. So I'm going to put out an oldie but goodie. This is the Vintage Cosmetics Duo highlighting kit that we received a long time ago from BoxyCharm. And I'm going to go into this rose gold shade right here. And I'm just going to very, very lightly just dust a little bit of that on the high point of my cheeks. It is a more subtle, more natural highlight in my opinion. You can build it up and make it just everywhere, like amazing. I believe this was the first highlighter I actually ever owned. So yeah, that's why I still have it. All right, so there we go. It's not as natural as I remember it, but that's okay. Okay guys, so now that I'm really done, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also don't forget to follow me on social media. I am Angela That Babe on Instagram, and I am YouTube That Babe on Twitter and Snapchat. Please remember that I have a giveaway going on. I am so close to announcing a winner. I am currently 33 subscribers away. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, a subscriber will be chosen that has entered to win everything in my giveaway. Go check out this video right here so that you can see everything that's in the giveaway and watch different haul videos after that one that include items that I have added to the giveaway. So with all that said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah! Bye!